Hello, my Capricorn and Capricorn rising friends. Sandra from foryourtree.com. This is your monthly outlook with me for October of 2020. Welcome to it. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you do subscribe, I do 2 monthly drawings. One is for a lucky YouTube subscriber to win an email reading with me. And make sure that your subscription list is public in your YouTube settings, because if it is private, I cannot see it from my end. And of course, I pick a zodiac winner once a month for a full 12 house reading on YouTube, and this month Aries won that. So if you are Aries rising or something like that, you can check that out and see how the full 12 house reading goes. And sometimes Capricorns win that reading. So, bottom line here is I have 27 cards. We're going to go through the first 6 houses here on YouTube. And that is actually 15 cards because I pulled 3 cards from the Morgan Greer deck. We're going to see who's around you in your relationship house, which shows up on the 7th house, which is in your extended reading. But we're going to go through the first 6 houses here free on YouTube. The houses 7 through 12 will be contained in the extended reading. You can look for the link for the Vimeo reading in the description box below. Here we go. First house, where you're at the beginning of October. Prosperity begins. This is an idea in its infancy. A lot of times this card means that you have a small business idea or an idea to add to your already existing business or a side gig to make even more money. Is this going to be favorable? Archangel Michael is here to tell you you have a favorable outcome. Your idea is spot on, and oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps from head to toe right now. Someone out there, some Capricorn or Capricorn rising needs to hear this. Put this business idea into action as soon as you possibly can, even if you have to take baby steps every day towards it, because it is going to pay off for you in a very cool way with this favorable outcome card. I love, this is my favorite card in this Archangel Michael deck, and it always surprises me in the meeting, and it's just so beautiful. It means blessings. Blessings are coming to you as a result of this, and the Capricorn is prepared to work for it. Let's face it, right? I'm a Capricorn moon, and I totally get it. Second house, your money and your stuff. Second house rules money, finances, and your things, tangible items. Mental conflict says that you are confused about something related to money or your stuff this month in October. Now, you could be confused because someone is sending you mixed signals. This could be a boss or a supervisor, someone who's in control of your raise, promotions, paycheck. This could also be a partner that you have where you have combined money, resources, something like that. This could also mean for some others of you that you have made an investment, or maybe you're thinking about making an investment, but the investment that you made hasn't panned out, hasn't turned out. You may want to pull your money, you're not sure, you're confused. Or you may want to invest your money somewhere, but you don't know what to do because there are so many options. So the advice card from Archangel Michael is to write out your thoughts and feelings here. There is something about putting your thoughts down on tangible paper and pen or pencil. You know, don't type it out on the computer. I know the computer geeks are rolling their eyes at me right now, and I know because my husband is one of them. But there's something about writing it down. So if you guys journal, this would be a great time to journal this, because you're going to go back to it later, and you may even get some psychic insight and messages after you've written things down to go back and add to it. But, you know, you can't, the bottom line is you can't make a decision when you're in this kind of conflict, confusion energy, right? You have to resolve it first. There has to be a resolve. And writing things down apparently is step one of the resolve. Not saying that it is going to be resolved in October. This is something that you're going to have to work towards. So first step, write it down. Second step, research, you know, yourself. Third step, you may want to get a reading with somebody after you've done your research and you know what your options are. Get a reading with someone that you trust. Doesn't have to be me. Third house. So this is your siblings, also rules your communication, brother, sister, anyone you would consider brother, sister. Could be brother, sister-in-law, could be step-brother, step-sister. Also rules communication, though. So for some of you, it's going to be talking about your sibling. For others of you, this is going to be talking about how you communicate with others this month of October. Truth says that someone has been sweeping an issue under the rug for so long that it is finally rearing its ugly head for this person to deal with. So if this is you and you have been biting your tongue about a certain subject matter, you're going to have to come out with it in October. It has to be dealt with. If this is your sibling who you talk to and who you can give advice to, you know, they may be reaching out to you, telling you that they have this problem, and you may or may not say, well, what's new? Like, you've always known about it, but for some reason, this person didn't want to come clean and admit it. They were in denial. This is the card of the person who's in denial. Now, although there is changes to be made, the very first step for change is internally. So this is a little bit of a complicated message because yes, there is action that needs to be taken. That is true in October. But the very first step is an internal step of deciding to be happy right now. Once they make the decision, they decide they're going to be happy right now, then all of a sudden a light bulb goes off and they can deal with this issue that has been rearing its ugly head for quite some time. But now they find themselves in a crossroads and they have to decide which path to take. But they cannot continue on the same path that they've been on. These are two new paths, right? Okay, fourth house, house of home. So this is where you live. But for others of you, this is going to be talking about your father or father energy. Now, the triumphant success is the Ace of Swords card. That is a victory card. However, it's a victory after a lot of blood, sweat, heart, and tears, hard work and tears, right? No victory comes easily to a Capricorn anyway, as a Saturn-ruled zodiac. The more Capricorn you have in your chart, the more hard work you do. Let's face it. But, you know, you're no stranger to hard work, so you're not even close to throwing in the towel here. Congratulations. Keep putting forth this effort towards where you live, your house. If you want to move, get things in order, you know, clean up, clutter clear, fix up your house, do the projects that's necessary. For those of you that's the fourth house is not describing where you live, then your father is going through this also. He is not where he wants to be yet with a certain area of his life, a project, work, something like that. More hard work is required, and then there is a payoff. Now, what's great about your whole reading here, you have been told twice that you are protected, which I love. I love, love, love that, and you've been told that in the Archangel Michael deck. That's just a little heads up from one of your houses that I'm going to read in the extended part of this reading. In the 4th house, you also pulled guarded and protected by Archangel Michael. So your house is protected by Archangel Michael. That's great news. Say some affirmations of gratitude, and specifically to Archangel Michael, who is God's right-hand angel in protection. Love, love, love this message. For those of you who the 4th house is describing your father or father figure, then he is guarded and protected by Archangel Michael. And I'm specifically getting someone has a father or father energy who's a retired police officer or firefighter, and Archangel Michael has been with him his entire life, and he may have a Saint Michael pin or something like that. I'm getting goosebumps right now. And he has known his entire career, and after that Archangel Michael is one of his guardians, and you may talk to him about that, and he will be very interested in hearing that message because that's a confirmation for him. Your 5th house is your social life, your dating life, for those of you single Capricorns out there. Sometimes the children fall in the 5th house, but most of the time I read the 11th house as a child. Fulfillment of wishes is a good message nonetheless. It is your 9 of Cups card. It is getting what you want here. And to compound those single Capricorns rather, you have romance angels are helping you right now. So for those of you, those few of you where this is talking about a child, they could be in the dating, scene right now, and they're getting help by these romance angels. But, for those single Capricorns out there, ooh la la, I mean, this is a great message in your 5th house. Not everyone pulled great stuff in the 5th house, let me tell you. Just ask the Sagittarians. Good news, anyway. So the 6th house is not great news for Capricorn. 6th house rules work, and it also rules your health. Let me just start out by saying, I am not a doctor. If you guys have any physical symptoms going on in the month of October or anytime, go get it checked out by a doctor ASAP. Don't wait. This is the Falling Tower in traditional tarot. You guys do not need a 2x4 slapped across the forehead by the universe because you didn't listen. Capricorns can be so stubborn, especially when it comes to stuff like this. Please, please, please go get it checked out by a medical professional, someone that you trust. If it's an urgent condition, then please go to the ER or wherever you can go to get this checked out, looked at, ruled out, whatever you have to do here. But it doesn't necessarily mean in the 6th house that it's talking about your health. This is only if you have physical symptoms or signs. The other part of you, the others of you for this message it pertains to is your work, because the 6th house also rules work. So for some of you, you feel like the rug is being pulled out from underneath you at your job. Now, why do you feel this way? You could have created it. And I do get a lot of my Capricorns who are worrywarts, and they say things that often are negative and they manifest, and then they tell me, see, I told you that was going to happen. Well, actually, they created it by using their words. So I'd be very careful what you speak about in October, like starting in October. You have to be very careful regardless, but the universe could be trying to show you that your words are not helping you in this life. And the longer that we go on this planet, you will notice your words starting to come into fruition. And it's because of the times that we're in right now, where our words, our thoughts, everything is creating. It's very important to keep everything, words, thoughts, deeds, very high vibrational now, because It's almost like immediately they're coming back to us. So only put positive thoughts out there. Do not speak about what you fear or what you don't want to happen. All of those things are manifesting. You are extremely powerful. We all have the God energy in us. You are no exception, Capricorn. Okay. Now, before we go to the extended reading, I'm going to pull these 3 Morgan Greer cards that I have in relation to who's around you in your 7th house of partnerships and what this 7th house is going to pertain. We're going to look more at it in the extended reading, but I just wanted to give you guys some zodiac signs of who I see around you as far as relationship for October. You pulled the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is a Gemini. But you also pulled the 2 of Swords, and this card came flying out of the deck when I was asking about Capricorn's 7th house for October. So we have 2 cards that indicate air signs. Obviously, it's a Gemini. Gemini showed up twice here. You also have Libra. You also have Aquarius. And we have sort of this wild card also that came out here, the Tower card, which depicts someone ruled by Mars, which is Aries. It also could be another fire sign, although Aries is more prominent with this card. Could be Leo, could be a Sagittarius. Also could be a Scorpio, because Scorpios are co-ruled by Mars, in addition to Pluto. So that's who we have around here in your house of relationships. If this is where we end it, many blessings. Please like and share with your friends. For the other part of you who want to continue in the extended reading, please click the below description box and you'll see the Vimeo link contained therein. Many blessings to you, my Capricorn friends.